Alrighty. So, keeper worst foul. We're seeing a more defensive setup. We see Orisa, we see a Hog here, we see a little bit of a Junkrat here. We see this a lot in very defensive setups, and we're thinking they're probably going to sit back on point, probably sit a little bit there. Be careful about their surroundings, and just wait for them to come to them. We have Master Plats here on the attack. They're running the classic Rhine, not really classic, but Rhine Diva here. Not too often seen, but we're gonna see how this one goes. I feel like where's Faust is gonna have a really good time defending against this. They have a really defensive setup. The wrist is really good from the shields, and it's gonna be all good. Let's see. Oh god. Okay, we see Master Plats going up the left, this right side, right side, up to the high ground, trying to get this advantage onto them, so they won't go directly into them. So we see Hack onto Jumping Panda here. Brown and Tall gets a pick onto the Tracer, which is huge. That'll buy him a lot of time. Ryan also ends up going down in this push. We see on the right side going for a flank is Sombra, trying to take out the Mercy here, and everyone's sitting up here by the top of the point, trying to get these people from going back. And a lot of picks coming here from Where's Faust. And it's gonna look like a fight win from Where's Faust. So that first fight was pretty decisive. Once the Tracer went down, it seems like everything kind of fell apart for them. We see over here in the backline there's a Sombra being a little sneaky here. We're gonna see what happens and what are they gonna do with that. They have 62 on the EMP. EMP is probably gonna be their fight, their win condition here. So I do hear calls Sombra top, and we see them trying to flush her out, trying not to get her any ult charge, because once that EMP is out, that might be it. We see Master Plat swap to a more Orisa-based comp as well. They're mirroring them, except without the Hog here. Hack comes in here, gets him to take 915. That's gonna cause Coalescence to come out. Also kills coming here from Master Plat. And it's 2 down. The Raiders. It's 2, gets the tanks. It's only a couple people left here. Dreaming Panda looking to stay alive, looking to keep this point alive, but it doesn't seem like that might happen. Brown and Tall does go down to the Sombra here, as well as does their Hog. Everybody dying here. A wall comes out to try to get that Mercy dead. That Mercy is going to go down here eventually. So the wall comes out but doesn't quite clip the Orisa. Orisa and his end trying to get out of here as best as they can before they get staggered even more. So now we see that was a pretty good fight from Master's Plat. They didn't use a lot of ults there, and they still have a nice ult economy here, as does Where's Faust. Big freeze onto the Orisa, and she does end up going down. That's gonna cause Where's Faust a lot of time here. And now they're just gonna keep pushing this and let this payload roll. Unless they don't get on it, they need people on this payload for it to move. Junkrat Tire comes out here from Brown and Tall. Gets a 3K. That's a massive ult here. It's gonna let Where's Faust push in here and take back this point that they need. We see in the background just Sombra trying to look for this EMP, probably just scouting out for the moment. And it's just this just the May here looking to freeze anybody they can, and that's gonna be a fight win for Where's Faust. It's gonna be moments like those where these teams are really gonna find something new, something for their advantage, like big plays like that. This team looks pretty even. Oh, badly placed Orisa shield is gonna cause her to be out of position, and that's gonna be a lot of damage to Where's Faust. Diva Bomb comes in. Is there any combos? That's a huge EMP, but it only clips 1 here. Like I said, this comes out here to keep Where's Faust's team up, and it seems like it's working really well. Super Target coming out here from Master Plat. Super Target does end up going down. Whole Hog gets rid of I Kill the Rock, which is on the Orisa. Darnatal gets to pick onto their Sombra as well. Another one onto the Moira. But Antonio Universe does get to pick onto the Junkrat. Finn Jake gets to pick on his counterpart. Then Hook here from Drumming Panda does end up getting May, but that doesn't quite kill her. We see Baby Diva get staggered here a little bit. Moving forward, they're gonna try to hold this corner. Ults from Where's Plat Master's Plat looking kind of slim here. Where's Faust does also look even slimmer. I'm sensing engage with this freeze ultimate that May has. May could probably freeze up and kill everybody here. We're gonna come here from Master's Plat perspective. Okay, dude, that's a huge stagger onto their Sombra. That's not something wanted. Freeze does come out here, but Finn and Jake coming out with a huge transcendence, keep his team up, and that freeze isn't going to do anything for them. All grouped up here from the Orisa halt, not going to really get much over that. Hook comes out, does get the D.Va hooked in, but it doesn't seem like they might get her out of Meg, but not sure. Kaiyun comes out here from Aldai, probably looking for somebody, but the wall is there to stop it. It goes down, and now we see where's Faust pushing in. Big wall onto here, it's gonna trap two of them. That's a big pick onto Brown and Tall. And these tanks are still stuck here, but Super Shorter does come down, and that's a lot of damage being done. Lots of pick comes out here from both sides. Doesn't see who's gonna win this. 2 picks onto Master's Plat, even more coming in on the side. That's a lot of red in the kill feed. That's gonna look like a Master's Plat win, but for now they might come back any second. Aldai looking to escape here, but he does get killed out. Tire does come out here from Where's Faust, and Where's Faust doesn't end up getting anything with that Tire. Brown and Tall probably gonna suffer for doing that. We see a couple swaps here. We see I think from Mercury onto the Hanzo. They're probably gonna look to get those dinks and whatnot. So yeah. And this is a Master's Plat win. We see Orisa trying to get onto this, but it's not gonna look like they might be able to. Hawk comes out here from Drumming Panda does end up getting the Transcendence out from Master's Plat. That might cost him a little bit later, but for now it does get the job done and does keep his whole team up. Master's Plat does get second point. 2 minutes to spare. This match is looking pretty good. This match is looking pretty close. And I'm thinking Where's Faust with the right conditions could be able to bring this one back. Drumming Panda, we see off the hog onto the Zarya here. This is where they're probably going to get the combo up, trying to get this Zarya Hanzo combo that's really prominent nowadays. And with big bomb coming up, and huge EMP that gets 4 people. That bomb EMP combo is going to be crucial for Master's Plat to get off. Finn and Jake here on the side trying to stay alive, but he does get found out by the main. There's 4 people, 5 people onto it, and I'm not sure anyone's going to be able to touch that. That was a pretty solid round from Master's Plat. Pretty good showing. Where's Faust did put up a good fight, and I'm confident that they will be able to bring this back in the second half.
Initiating match.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go without it. Is that fine? Cool. So good showing here from Master's Plat, and now it's Where's Faust time to push this payload up to the next checkpoint, I guess. It's gonna be pretty important. It's gonna be important. They're gonna have to get all three here if they're gonna want to be competitive in this. 1 minute 31 seconds onto Master's Plat's side. That is decent enough time. It's not a shutout by any means, and it can work for the next rounds, assuming Where's Faust does get this 3 points ready. Where's Faust bringing out this? We see some. It looks like they already have their setup up. We have a Widowmaker. We have Rein, D.Va, Zen. A couple of differences coming out here. We see Finn and Jake off the Zen onto this Widowmaker. Probably gonna try to go up on this high ground, trying to get a pick onto somebody who may be out of position here. So we're gonna have to see Master's Plat try to be careful with that. Master's Plat bringing out a more classic D.Va Orisa combo, not combo here, but comp here. And they're probably gonna look to play more defensively, while Where's Faust is gonna try to push through that shield and just push through it and just eventually just get the win here. We see Where's Faust coming out pretty fast. Double sniper here, trying to get these really big picks. Not looking for damage, they're looking for more of a pick comp here. Drumming Panda looking forward, trying to push his shield back, push his shield forward past this. It looks like they're gonna go around the statue here, try to get everybody going through, try to avoid the spam as much as possible. Big pick onto the Orisa. That's gonna cost them a lot here. That's gonna allow Where's Faust to get on this point pretty easily. But Elmark does end up going down. That's less healing for them. It does end up getting res here by the Mercy here. Setting up on point is Where's Faust. Aldai gets picked onto their enemy soldier, and that's going to be very, very important, because that's going to be more and more DPS down. Only the Tracer here trying to contest as bit as possible, trying to get this pick onto whoever he can. But Drumming Panda doesn't end up going down. That's a big pick for Master's Plat. Finn and Jake again with an I Kill the Rock pick. I Kill the Rock is not getting any support here, it's getting picked off. We're going to have to see Where's Faust trying to set up on this point. They have a lot of picks here, and I'm sure they can. But Elmar going down again. but they do end up getting a pick for all their struggles, a tick for all their struggles. Jumping Panda trying to go in again while they're down a couple, but this might be the best time for them to do it since Master Splat has a longer spawn and has a longer less people out. But we see respawn start to come in. Coach EA with that transcendence. That's going to be really important for people to for them to use. Big bomb in the backline, big sticky. Does end up getting the DPS here. Only one be able to res here. Sony Universe getting picked in the back. A lot of picks here, and that's going to look like a win for Master Splat here. That fight looked really promising, but they just didn't push up on the advantage they had, which ended up costing them. The respawns came in, and especially Tracer, which is super fast. She can get back to this point almost immediately. It cost them all that time, and they just didn't end up pushing in with it. And those random picks onto their back didn't work. Jake onto the McCree here, swapping off the Widowmaker. We see Drumming Panda trying to push this team forward, trying to push the team around the choke, and we see Master Splat setting up on the right in front of left side of the statue. Firesight comes out, tries to get any charge for that. Lots of bolts coming out here. In the back line, there's a dragon. Tries to push through. Jake does get picked onto the Tracer, which is a huge pick. Drumming Panda in the point, trying to cover him as damage as possible. He does end up going down. Big picks coming here from both sides. From where's Paso. I'll die. Does get a pick onto I Kill the Rock. But Transcendence does come out here from where's Paso, trying to keep this team up. Tall getting pretty low here. We need people on this point to get some presence on it, or else this is just not going to be able to go. Tall, look, sets the bomb and tries to see if he can get anyone here. Big pick onto the Moira. That's gonna be way less healing. And finally, we see Where's Paso trying to set up on the point. Drumming Panda finally back from his respawn. Can't take a respawn. Tracer on the point, trying to get as much damage as possible. But we do see a D-Mech. High Noon comes out and doesn't quite get anything here. Res comes out onto Almart, which is their Reaper does get a kill on the I Kill the Rock, which is off the Orisa here. We just see Where's Paso get this first point. It took them a little while, but eventually they did break through their defense, and they did have a good time. Not a good time, but they had a hard time doing it. And they eventually used their ult. They get some swaps here, and it did end up working out. I'll die. I think getting off the. I forgot it was on, but he gets on the Reaper, and that's really good for these close quarters, really tight, narrow corridors of King's Road here. Master Splat coming in, low ult economy, and next ult probably going to be that Zenyatta ultimate from Coach EA. That's going to be really important for Coach to get these plays off. Jumping Panda has this shatter here. He's ready to use it, and if Kill the Rock doesn't use his shields right, he's gonna pay a price. In the backline, there seems to be a little bit of trouble. On top right, we see D.Va and a Soldier trying to harass as much as possible here. We need to see some more presence on the point, maybe ignoring the little big slime coming out. That gets 3. That's a massive slime, but it doesn't really have any follow-up since he's alone here. Two picks from I Kill the Rock here. Elmar does get a pick onto Paralyzer on the Soldier, but he does end up getting picked for it. Finjay gets a pick onto Antonio Universe, and lots of pick coming here for both sides, but it looks like Master Splat is probably going to win this since they do have the shield back up still. And that's where Faust losing this fight here on this corridor, on this little bend, you could say. Hold up, let me fix some settings real quick to get some better angles and whatnot. Average rank here, it seems about flat, maybe diamonds, but overall it's a flat overall turning. Elmar pops the Transcendence here, looking to push in, looking to mitigate all this damage that's coming out from Master Splat. Drumming Panda getting kind of low here, half health, and if he dies, then this team might fall apart. High Noon comes out from Where's Faust, looking for anybody he can find, but he does end up canceling. Alda gets picked on Killer Rock. Big bomb coming in the back, and it doesn't get anyone. But Paralyzer does find a kill onto Elmar. Yo, huge Reaper ult here in the back line. Does get 2. Bomb does come out from first Faust, trying to find anyone he can. He does get the D-Mag onto D.Va. Just a couple people here on the right side trying to look for anything they can, try to contest this point as much as possible. Alda gets frozen here. He does get picked off just for that greedy play. Darnsaw trying to look to pick onto the D.Va, which he does end up doing. Point still moving over here, and we're gonna have to see anybody from Master Splat try to get onto this point to contest it. A couple picks coming here, and Zenyatta does end up going down. Ryan charges in, tries to get the enemy Ryan, but he doesn't end up getting it. Here we see a Visor come out from Paralyzer, trying to get all this time off as possible. Get some picks here if possible. I'll die. Let's get a pick onto Antonio Universe. That's a lot of picks coming out here. We're gonna have to see a reset here pretty soon from Where's Paso, or else we're not gonna be able to get this. We're gonna have to see people reset here as fast as possible. At 20 seconds to try to get back on this cart and try to get back and finish this this last point here. Let's check up on where's Paso. We see a couple people just coming out of spawn. That's not going to be good for them. They only have 10 seconds left, and they're all really spread out here. We're going to have to see some really miraculous plays from where's Paso. Try to get this done. We see Brown and Tall try to go in for the contest. Elmar playing a little uncareful, but no one is able to get on the point here, and that is a win for Masters Plat here in round 1. Yeah. Wait, is it up? I muted it manually. Can you still hear me? Yeah, I know, but it's still working, right? I just muted this. Yeah. Okay.
Epic. It's nice to be appreciated.
And that round looked pretty. It looked pretty promising for Where's Faust, but just a couple of picks here and there that did get them not very. How do I say? It did allow them to not be able to get the second point. A couple of good plays here from Masterplat's really good. We did see the prominent EMP Diva Bomb combo, which is really good and really effective, which we saw against Where's Faust. And up next, the map we've got going on next is, let me check here. We've got Lijiang Tower up next for this control, and we're gonna go a couple minutes of intermission, maybe like 1 or 2, and then we'll keep this going. What's up? I don't hear myself. I don't hear the game either. Oh, never mind. I could hear. I'm good. Cool. Is the snowball still good? Still? Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. So we have the next map going up, and I'm gonna go announce this real quick. Alright. Next map, Lijiang Tower. Anyone need a couple minutes for anything, or are we all good to go for this next one? So we're here about to start Lijiang Tower here in a minute. I'm actually gonna go hit the restroom real quick, and then we'll start. Give it a little bit of time for the people to cool down from that last match. Alright. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are in game 2 in this best of 9. And Where's Pals did put up a pretty good fight here on that payload back in King's Row. And it looks like they had some good plays here and there. We saw Finjake really get some good kills, really shutting down that Tracer, which was being a big problem in their backline. Masters Plant probably looking to get a lot more individual plays here, since people don't have to group up around this payload. They can kind of go anywhere they want. It's a more chaotic mode, and in general, it's just going to be more, how do I say, it's just going to be, well, yeah, as I said, it's going to be more chaotic. It's going to be more individual play based, and it's just, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see who has the more individual skill. Whoever wins this does end up winning the first set, and there's 3 sets of best of 3s. Pretty much a big best of 9 in conclusion, I guess. Yeah, I could hear. So assembling heroes about to be here in a couple seconds. We're about to see what kind of comps pull out here. This is a big boop centralized map. Lots of boops can come out here from both sides. We see Masters Plat trying to come up on this Orisa Diva, which might not be very good here, especially since it's a more grounded comp. And since we're on a more boop oriented map, their comp is really slow, and it might just get booped off here depending on what kind of boops we have here. Where's Faust trying to push here really fast all the way through White Room, which is here on left side, and we see Masters Plat probably going through the bridge here. Where's Faust coming in really quick, using that Lucio speed boost to their advantage. Lucio recently nerfed, which allows them to get there just a little bit slower. Pharmacy here from Masters Plat will end up being pretty effective against this, but not too much since they are running goats. They are running goats here on Where's Faust. 3 support, 3 tanks here. No DPS for save here, but we can see a lot of upkeep for Where's Faust. Masters Plat gets on the point. Paralyzer does end up getting picked here for getting on the point too early. The pharmacy combo is up in the air, trying to get picks on whoever they can. It seems like they did read this. They read this ghost comp pretty easily. Just Barrage comes out here really quick from Antonio Universe, but he does end up getting shut down really quick for it. Elmar gets a pick onto I Kill the Rock. That's going to be a reset for Masters Plat. We see Finn and Jake here chasing onto this Moira, trying to get this pick as best as he can. Allied does get a pick on Coach EA, and they're just going to have to reset here from Masters Plat. Try to get this group up together, and they're just going to keep going at it again. We see a swap off Tafara onto the Reaper here. We see Antonio Universe in the backline trying to get a bit of the scouting information. Does get a hack onto the Lucio, but he does get protected almost immediately. Masters Plat does successfully get over the bridge with no boops, which could have been done a little bit better from Where's Faust. Ult's coming out here. Massive slime coming up from Finn and Jake. He's going to take him off the side, but he's going to pay for his life for it. Finn and Jake does take a Paralyzer. Drumming Panda does kill I Kill the Rock. That's main tank down for Masters Plat and Where's Faust. Bardental does get a pick on Adam Relaxing. That's going to be another reset here from Where's Faust. This Goats comp really helping Where's Faust right now. They really kind of found their way to synergize, get together, and overall just keep it together. You know, we saw in the last match that they were getting picked one by one, and here we're kind of seeing them stay a little bit more together. Maybe a couple here and there, just kind of scouting. But overall, if they stay together, Goats comp works really well. And Masters Plat doesn't find a counter to this really soon. They're going to be in for a rude awakening. We see Masters Plat trying to get something, trying to get a new comp set up, and it looks like they're going to Ryan Zarya here, but they don't have a lot of time. They waste a lot of time in changing up everything else. We see Paralyzer and a couple other people going right side, trying to get on this point. They only have 10 seconds though, and it seems like they might not even touch the point if they're not fast enough. 95%. We're gonna see Paralyzer try his best to get in this. He does get the pick onto their Brig, which does end up costing him a lot of healing, but it's Goats comp, so there's 3 heals. The Raiders gets a pick on Finn and Jake. That's main tank down from Where's Faust. We see Soundbarrier coming out here with Where's Faust, trying to keep that team up, trying to keep them in this fight as much as possible, but it just doesn't look like they're gonna get the upkeep for that Paralyzer. High charge, high energy, trying to killing 2 here with that high energy, and high energy Zarya is nothing to match up against. Where's Faust? Does have to regroup here, trying to get these ults ready, trying to get everything done. Drumming Panda only 24% on his grab. That Graviton's probably gonna be their win condition here, or Finn and Jake's Shatter is gonna be really important for Where's Faust to get through this. Going right room again, trying to get through this choke without getting booped off from the bridge right. Finn and Jake holding up shield, getting some energy here. They're kind of, and Celestials come here, trying to push this. As does Rally. Hog ult comes out here, trying to push everyone down. Slime comes out, and it doesn't get many. Enemy Slime from Where's Faust comes out as well. Where's Masters Plat pops Graviton, but it is countered by the Transcendence. But overall, it doesn't look like Where's Faust is going to make this out alive. And Masters Plat does end up getting this fight win once more. So Masters Plat getting a bit of using a bit of ults there. All they have left is this rally, which may or may not save them in the end. But Where's Faust a lot of that's a big pick. Antonio Universe does end up using his Brig ult to try to fight this, but Where's Paso does end up dying here. They still have a lot of ults here. Elmar just barely used his Transcendence, not going to have that, but a lot of huge slime in the background, does get 4 or 5, I think. Grav also comes out to lock up in the back. Finishake does get 2 picks, but he doesn't end up going down for it, but that's going to be more than enough for Where's Faust to get this going. And that's going to be Where's Faust winning this this fight, and probably winning this round, since there's got to be no one to touch this point. Brig trying to touch the point, but he does end up getting the overtime wick back up, and it might seem like somebody might be able to touch again, but that is it for this round. Where's Faust does get a really huge shatter in the back lane. That's what's going to get them to allow them to get this point win and get that fight win, which subsequently gets them this point win. 1-0 here on Lijiang Tower. We didn't see a lot of environmental kills, which are the boops, pushing them off the map, things like that. So it doesn't seem like they were pretty. No one was really going for that. But here on Where's Faust, we're gonna see the same comp, except no D.Va, and they have the hog. Basically the same thing they ran last time. Master's Plat. Trying to look it up, trying to change it a little. We see a hamster coming out from the other side. I haven't seen hamster played a lot in competitive scene recently, so it's gonna be pretty good to watch this go. Finjake going in from the front line, trying to move this as much as possible. Trying to get, oh gosh, trying to get in there. And we see both points scrambling to point as fast as possible. And it seems like Master Flat might get a foothold on this pretty quick. Hook comes out and does get a hook. Both Rhines charge, and they do end up getting each other down. Finjake full health, but Kill the Rock getting kind of low here. Eternal Universe gets stunned. Looking like he might get this bomb pretty soon. We're gonna have to see who gets the first pick. Whoever gets the first pick here might win. I Kill the Rock gets stunned, but he doesn't end up going to Elmar. Does get him going down. He does end up going in too deep. He does end up dying. Massive Slam comes out here from Finjake, and that is enough to get at least 1 or 2 kills here. That was an absolute massive shatter. These shatters are basically carrying Where's Faust at this moment. Massive Flat tossing a bomb up to see what happens, but it doesn't get anybody. Altai does get a Coalescence kill onto I Kill the Rock, I believe. Graviton comes out here. It's a huge Graviton. Gets 3 in it, and they're gonna lock him up, trying to see if they can get any picks here. But nothing does end up coming out here. We need Where's Faust to get more picks on it if they're trying to get this. Barontal getting this hoggle online, but we see Coach EA getting this sound barrier in, which is really gonna help them keep it up. But Finjay getting a pick onto Eternal Universe, but in general, that's not gonna be enough for Where's Faust to win this, or I mean for Master Flat to win this. I Kill the Rock does end up getting pushed. Coalescence used here from Master's Plat, but it's not going to do anything. It's not really going to be of use. And that fight was really intense. A lot of ults being committed there from both sides. Finjake already on another Slam, and we need Master's Plat to get this Rhine game up. Try to block these shatters as best as possible, because these shatters are going uncontested. And if these shatters keep coming out, then Where's Faust is just going to win this game. And if they do win this round, and they do end up winning this first set, I Kill the Rock in the backline. Shatter comes out, but it does end up not doing anything. Not a lot coming out here. Massive Slam, Massive Grab coming out here from both sides, getting everybody locked up. And Where's Faust getting slammed here again from I Kill the Rock. A lot of picks coming out here from Where's Faust. That's gonna be Master's Plat, and end up retaking this point. In that fight, we saw how powerful these ultimates are. Finjake Slam, the Raiders Graviton, I Kill the Rock Slam as well. All these ultimates are super important to winning fights, and they're all used at the same time. It's basically a matter of who kills who first. We see Where's Faust trying to contemplate going this right side, but they do know they have a lot of boot potential on this right side, so they do end up going through left, through the main entrance, you would say. Finjake trying to get all this percentage up, 97% to Slam. But Brig does end up going down here. Brigitte, really important for this comp to get this armor up. I Kill the Rock going in, trying to get as many picks as possible. He does get getting the pick on Finjake. D.Va in the backline trying to kill Aldai, but Aldai might be able to get away with this, barely with his life. We see Where's Faust trying to escape this as best as possible, while Master's Plat does end up keeping this point up and running. Quick regroup here from Where's Faust. And they're probably going to try to set up with this Shatter. Coalescence comes out, and Massive Slime comes out again from Finn and Jake. That's going to be a pick onto I Kill the Rock. That's their main tank, down and out of the fight. Bomb coming out here from Master's Plat, and it's not going to be able to get anything. Finn and Jake being really good at blocking these. B comes out here from Elmar, trying to keep his team up from this Graviton. And the picks all coming out here from Where's Faust. but at what cost? They use a lot of ultimates there, and their ultimate economy is all but dead right now. Only Finn and Jake getting the shatter, almost close to the shatter again. And we see here the Baby Diva trying to get staggered as much as possible. They get, but the thing is, if you try to stagger while they have the point on, then you're just losing percentage. So Masters Plat now is maybe one or two more fights away from winning this if they do end up retaking it. Whereas Fowls deciding to choose to hold this point here while we wait for Masters Plat to get ready and to push this. Masters Plat, ult economy looking kind of light, looking on the light side. We see from Where's Fowls, all they have is a Brigitte rally. That's gonna have to be enough. Finn and Jake to go online. Slime comes out again and it gets everybody in the backline. He goes for a charge and does get Coach EA here. Aldi gets a pick onto I Kill the Rock. Finn and Jake another pick onto Antonio Universe. Massive shatters from Massive shatter every time. As I've said, I Kill the Rock needs to get it together, needs to get these slam blocks. Where's Fowls playing a little bit aggressive here, committing the coalescence. Graviton comes out, but it doesn't really get anything. I Kill the Rock ending up paying for that push there, but Graviton wasted here. Now we see Masters Plat pretty close to the Graviton themselves, but they don't have a lot of time to regroup here and get onto the point. So Masters Plat does have the overall ult economy, but okay, we do see the contest come here from Where's Fowls. Aldi does get a pick on Adam Relaxing. That is not good because Adam Relaxing had a big ult in the name of the Coalescence. Masters Plat, Graviton comes in here, as does the Bomb. Trying to look for a combo here. A massive grab combo. Does end up getting two, the tanks. Masters Plat does end up flipping this point with the ults they had left. Where's Fowls coming up on a couple ults here, but they're gonna have to come in quick. We see the slam, we see the boot, the beat from the Lucio, and overall we're gonna have to see a big slam here from Finn and Jake, or else this is gonna go to a round 3. It looks like Finn and Jake trying to look here for the contest, but he gets moved off, but he does end up getting on the point. Slam comes down on the backline, and it does get 3 of them. That's a Master Slider yet again, but it doesn't end up getting anybody. Paralyzer uses this Brigitte hole here to keep his team out. Eternal Universe gets a pick onto Elmar, and that's not good. Elmar already used his beat, but we needed that healing up. Hog comes out here, but he doesn't get canceled out of it, and it looks like Masters Plat holding this point as best as they can. Well, Where's Fowls trying to come in here? Graviton comes out, locks up tanks here, and Where's Fowls trying to as quickly as possible get onto this. Not really any picks from both sides coming up. Beat comes out here for Masters Plat, keep the team up, while Finn and Jake does end up going down for Where's Fowls. Bomb comes out here for good measure, but it doesn't end up getting anything. Elmar in the corner, in this point, trying to contest as much as possible. He does end up going down here. Aldi does end up going down as well, and that's going to be Masters Plat winning this round. Boy, that was too much. That round was very intense. It was too close. A lot of ultimates, a lot of massive ultimates coming here from both sides. Very, very impactful, but I don't know. This could go any team now. These teams are really evenly matched, and I'm actually loving this. I love competitive Overwatch, and I love very even matches of Overwatch. If we see Masters Plat bring out this win here against Where's Fowls, then we could see. Actually, wait. Yeah. If Masters Plat does end up winning this one, we could see them continue on to the next map rather. Masters Plat coming in for goats here, 3-3 yet again. Where's Fowls also has goats on their side, more classic goats, swapping out the hog for the Orisa. I Kill the Rock does end up going in, but he does get a pin, and he does get a pin on Aldi. Finn and Jake in the backline, trying to look for a pin here, but he doesn't really get anything. Elmar gets a pick onto I Kill the Rock for being in the backline, but that's Finn and Jake down. Main tank is down from both sides. We see a Paralyzer in their team, and he does end up getting picks for it. Adam Relaxing gets a pick onto the Lucio. Baron and Todd probably looking to get staggered here, but he does end up getting killed. Jumping Panda and and Aldi just trying to get away as best as they can. Finn and Jake gets the bubble here, and Coalescence being invested here from Masters Plat. Finn and Jake does get a pin onto this Zarya. Elmar paying the price of his life for this Coalescence, and we see a bit of ults use here from Masters Plat. A couple ultimates about to come online, but we see that all important shatter. Finn and Jake almost had a shatter again, and if they can't block this shatter, then that's gonna be another. That's gonna be a fight win for Where's Fowls. Where's Paso? Moving in here onto this corner. Trying to get around this corner, but waiting for this Brigitte ult to come offline. Since it did get nerfed, and it does eventually get on. Big slime coming out here from Finn and Jake. He does end up getting booped that, but he does get the pick onto Paralyzer once more. I Kill the Rock does end up going down from the hand of Lucio. Massive grab comes out here, but it is countered with the Transcendence. Bomb that goes in from the Graviton does kill the Lucio here. A couple ults here coming from both sides. Big grab does end up locking up the Zarya, which is probably looking to kill right now, but the damage just isn't there. Vin and Jake getting close to this Rhino again, but probably gonna go down here. Bomb comes out, gets invested from Brown and Tall, but it doesn't get anything for it. And that's gonna be Where's Faust getting shut down yet again. Master's Plat does end up keeping this point alive. Let me ask. I'll ask in a bit. Gosh, okay. Alright, Where's Faust pushing out with his Coalescence. Big Slime comes out here, does get 3 again. Does get the pin onto the Zarya, but ends up getting the kill for it. I Kill the Rock does get the pick onto that Lucio, but it seems like Where's Faust getting a lot more picks here. Finn and Jake getting really low here. Pick coming out here from both sides, and it seems really even right now. Anyone can win this match right now, and it's all about the healing right now. Whoever can keep the other team healed up the best. Elmar invests Transcendence here to save himself from that D.Va bomb that was in their backline. Transcendence offline now. A couple ults about to come online from both sides, and we're gonna have to see this Graviton come out pretty soon from Drumming Panda. Drumming Panda dropping really low here, getting that pack. Big grab comes out here from Master's Plat. That's gonna be the bomb invested yet again, but it does get blocked. Varantal does get the pick onto the Raiders. Massive pick coming out here from both sides. Graviton does lock up 2, 3, and that's a massive Graviton that's going to allow Where's Faust to probably stabilize after that really shaky fight. Master's Plat, 1 fight away from winning this map right here. And Where's Faust? It does end up getting the flip on this, but a lot of cost. Finn and Jake does have his shatter, as he usually does, but we saw a lot of ults invested in here, and a couple of ults coming online from Master's Plat. It's going to be a long round for Where's Faust if they're going to want to keep pushing this and want to flip this over yet again. We see Finn and Jake trying to hold it from the back line. Brown and Tall shooting some micro missiles in the back. We're going to see them meet here at the steps and try to fight this out. I Kill Rock does go in, but he just Finn and Jake does get the massive shatter yet again. Nothing coming out. No counters for this shatter at all in sight. We have to see more careful play here from I Kill the Rock. I Kill the Rock is playing really careless, and that's gonna cost his team a lot. Because Finn and Jake is getting these shatters extremely quickly. Finn and Jake is getting massive value on these shatters every time. So if we don't see I Kill the Rock shut down this shatter or shut down these shatters, then it's gonna be a loss for them, no matter how you see it. Drumming Panda grabs on almost online here. Slime comes out, but he does get blocked from from Finn and Jake. I Kill the Rock does end up paying for that Coalescence being invested from Aldai. Graviton, huge Graviton coming out here from Where's Faust. It's gonna lock up everybody, but Code EA's beat is going to mitigate that. Where's Faust? Bomb in the backline. That's a massive bomb. It's gonna take out 2. And now we see Where's Faust panic mode. 2 people down. 3 people down now. Big Slime in the backline from Finn and Jake, but it's not going to really do anything. Finn and Jake gets caught and grabbed, and it's looking like Master's Plat is going to flip this over yet again. And we see Overtime Wick burning down. It doesn't seem like anybody's going to be able to touch. Aldai was supposed to touch there, but that is victory from Master's Plat here on this Lijiang Tower.
Play of the game.
That's how it's done.